Starting in 2009, Meet the Browns appeared on TV as a cheerful sitcom packed with jokes, messy family moments, and warm humor. Yet away from the spotlight, its actors faced starkly different realities, filled with broken marriages, serious health battles, financial crises, and heartbreaking losses. Their experiences carried far more weight than anything viewers saw on screen. Now, we look back at their lives to reveal their real struggles and celebrate the marks they left behind. Kay Callan as Daisy LaRue. Born on January 9, 1936 in Texas, Kay Callan was 73 when she stepped into the role of Daisy LaRue, a faded B-movie actress who clung to her character to avoid facing the truth. Her performance mixed laughter with quiet sorrow, something she delivered with the depths of someone who had endured her own storms. Years earlier, her marriage to theater director James Borman collapsed in 1970 after bitter disputes over money, leaving her emotionally shaken and fighting to find balance again. Hoping for a calmer future, she later wed producer Tom Callan, but that relationship also dissolved swiftly, leaving her to raise their 3 children, Jamie, Kelly, and Christy, without support. As her home life unraveled, Hollywood's habit of typecasting her as quirky older women added to her loneliness and fueled a depression she rarely acknowledged publicly. Even so, she kept moving. She accepted whatever roles appeared, wrote books, and taught acting while trying to hold her household together. Gradually, stronger parts like Mrs. Manicotti in The Honeymooners and Mabel Simmons in Knots Landing reminded the industry of her emotional range. Although these victories restored her sense of worth, they didn't erase the years of hardship she had survived. So when Tyler Perry cast her as Daisy LaRue, she took on the character with decades of resilience behind her. Today, at 89, she continues to appear in select projects, including The Chosen, while spending most of her days writing and guiding young performers with the wisdom she earned the hard way. Her estimated $2 million net worth comes from SAG pensions and modest real estate holdings. Jennifer Lewis as Vera Brown. Born January 25, 1957 in Missouri, Jennifer Lewis was 52 when she embodied Vera Brown, the bold and sharp-tongued sister of Mr. Brown. Her on-screen fire came from a life filled with real emotional battles. Her private world began shaking early. In 1980, she married musician Randy Jackson, hoping their union would bring steadiness, but his deepening addiction pushed their marriage into turmoil and ended in a painful divorce that left her worn down. The absence of biological children added a quiet ache she carried for years. Along this, she confronted bipolar disorder from age 20, enduring manic spirals, hospital stays, and even a suicide attempt in 1985 following a crushing career setback. Still, her talent pushed her forward. She rebuilt her career on stage with a powerful performance in Dreamgirls, later earning multiple Emmy nominations for Blackish. But life kept testing her. In 2015, she became the victim of a romantic con, and in 2022, she survived a nearly fatal fall from a hotel balcony in the Serengeti, spending hours in surgery and days in intensive care. Despite everything, she turned her pain into purpose, sharing her journey in The Mother of Black Hollywood and becoming a strong advocate for mental health awareness. Today, at 68, Jennifer Lewis continues acting, speaking, and championing important causes while raising her adopted daughter, Charmaine Lewis, with the fierce love of someone who understands the price of enduring alone. Her roughly $6 million net worth came from best-selling books, Disney voice roles, and a lifetime in entertainment. David Mann, born August 7, 1966 in Fort Worth, Texas, stepped into the role of Leroy S. Brown at age 43 and quickly became the loud, lovable heart of Meet the Browns. His natural humor drew from real struggles he rarely shared. Long before fame, his life was weighed down by poverty in Dallas, where he worked a decade as a mechanic just to make ends meet. He married Tamela J. Mann in 1988, but money troubles soon strained their young relationship. A failed local theater investment wiped out their savings and pushed them toward a divorce in 1995. As Tamela's music career grew and David's acting path stalled, quiet resentment built, especially with their conflicting schedules. Even so, performing together slowly repaired the cracks in their marriage. After Meet the Browns, he faced a new battle, being locked into the funny old man stereotype. Feeling trapped by one image, he rebuilt himself with stand-up shows, live tours, and fresh Tyler Perry collaborations. His earlier wins, like playing Mr. Brown in Medea's Family Reunion 2006 and the 2004 stage play Meet the Browns, helped stabilize his career. Today, at 59, David continues performing with Tamela while running their family entertainment ventures. His estimated $5 million net worth now comes from tours, merchandise, and consistent work. Tamela Mann, born June 9, 1966 in Fort Worth, Texas, portrayed Cora Summers Brown at age 49, bringing warmth and fire to the role. Her character's strength echoed her own battles. Growing up poor and struggling with obesity from her teens, she entered marriage carrying deep emotional wounds. Her health issues created tension after she wed David in 1988, and her depression made their disagreements even sharper. As her gospel career rose and David pursued acting, friction returned, especially when she felt stuck in secondary roles under Tyler Perry. The stress eventually damaged her health further. By 2017, after years of complications, she chose stomach surgery and lost nearly 50 kilograms. Recovery brought new pain and long breaks from music, but her voice remained her anchor. Major moments like playing Shug Avery in the 2005 Color Purple Tour and winning a Grammy for One Way 2017 kept her career strong despite setbacks. Now, in 2025, Tamela is 59 and continues touring, recording, and acting while focusing heavily on health awareness. Her estimated $19 million net worth comes from her music label, hit albums, TV work, and inspirational books. Tasha Smith, born February 28, 1971 in Camden, New Jersey, took on the role of Tanya Ortiz at 38, playing the troubled, drug-addicted mother of Brianna and Joaquin. Her intense performance drew from personal pain, including turmoil in her marriage to Keith Douglas. Soon after her 2010 wedding, she uncovered a cycle of manipulation, emotional mistreatment, and betrayal that slowly destroyed the marriage. By the time 2015 arrived, she filed for divorce while still caring for her twin sister, Sidra, whom she had supported since they were young. The legal battles mixed with old trauma, leaving her overwhelmed and financially drained. Right in the midst of everything, she was hit with another tragedy, a stage 3 breast cancer diagnosis in 2016. She pushed through chemotherapy even as her divorce concluded, later calling that period the darkest chapter of her life. The illness forced her away from acting for 2 full years, just as Hollywood began unfairly labeling her as difficult, sending her deeper into depression. Even so, she slowly reclaimed her career, using her acclaimed roles as Angela in Why Did I Get Married and Dr. Charlotte Peterson in Coos Retreat to rebuild her image. Now, at 54, Tasha Smith has been cancer-free since 2018 and continues to direct, act, and lead her TSAW workshops. Her approximate $3 million net worth now comes largely from her acting coaching empire. When it comes to Laman Rucker, he stepped into the world in Pittsburgh on October 6, 1971. At age 37, he portrayed Dr. William Brown in Meet the Browns 2009, the calming force in the middle of the family's chaos. His steady performance hid years of personal difficulty that shaped him long before the fame. His first marriage with Ingrid Rucker began falling apart under endless filming schedules and travel, eventually ending in 2008. Hoping for renewal, he married Leah Thompson in 2012, but new pressures, public scrutiny, industry expectations, and the weight of representation strained their relationship as well. The stress pushed him into isolation during a vital period in his life. During the 2007-2008 Hollywood strike, his career nearly collapsed, leaving him close to quitting acting to sell insurance just to survive. Thankfully, defining roles such as Miles in All My Children and his Emmy-nominated performance in The X's restored his confidence. Today, Laman Rucker is 54, still active in TV dramas and quietly building wealth through real estate, which now contributes to his $1.5 million net worth. Robert Richard entered the world on January 7, 1983, in Los Angeles.
By age 29, he joined Meet the Browns as Derek Porter, the charming troublemaker of seasons 3 to 5. His lively on-screen presence sharply contrasted with the turmoil building in his personal life. In 2014, his long-term relationship ended after years of strain intensified by fame and pressure. His ex-partner said he became increasingly unpredictable, a shift that left him unstable during a critical time. As alcohol took over, the pressure to appear confident despite internal chaos pushed him into deeper struggles. Public fallout soon followed. A 2013 DUI arrest cost him a major contract and damaged his reputation. And a 2016 assault accusation pushed him further out of Hollywood's favor. Roles dried up quickly as studios saw him as a risk. He leaned on earlier victories like One-on-One and House of Wax to remind himself of his worth while climbing back from scandal. As of 2025, Robert Richard is 42, taking steady supporting roles while rebuilding his life and staying committed to sobriety. His estimated $400,000 net worth now comes mainly from independent films and smaller projects. Denise Boutet entered the life on January 19, 1982, in Maurice, Louisiana. At 28, she played Sasha Brown in Meet the Browns 2009, the calm and capable nurse who kept Will Brown grounded. What viewers didn't see was the emotional burden she carried behind the scenes. Her 2003 marriage to Kevin Boutet shifted dramatically after their son was born in 2016. She paused her career to raise him full-time, a decision that triggered financial strain and frequent disagreements at home. While Kevin sought stability, Denise feared losing her career forever, and the tension grew. Complicating that period was an earlier cosmetic procedure in 2012 that left her with painful complications and depression. Over time, therapy and honest communication helped Denise and Kevin rebuild their marriage. She eventually returned to acting, drawing strength from past roles such as Nell in The Preacher's Son and her standout performance in The Soul Collector. Today, Denise Boutet is 42, balancing acting with growing fashion ventures that have become a major financial foundation. Her net worth of roughly $3 million now comes primarily from these business projects.
Lisa Arundel entered the world on March 24, 1969 in the Bronx. At 40, she portrayed Karen Jackson in Meet the Browns 2009, offering a guarded, intense performance across more than 10 episodes. Her character's stillness reflected the real emotional struggle she faced privately. She had already built a strong marriage with Martin Sponger in 2000, raising 2 children together while she pursued acting. Even with a supportive home, her career suffered afterward as Hollywood repeatedly typecast her as a single mother. The limited roles brought long periods of unemployment and rising anxiety, especially during the uncertainty of the COVID-19 pandemic. As opportunities shrank, she fought to rebuild her confidence and sought characters that respected her talent. Feeling overshadowed by younger actresses added pressure, yet she pressed forward with notable work such as her portrayal of Tasha in Luke Cage and her success in Daddy's Little Girls. Teaching acting eventually became both her emotional refuge and financial anchor. By 2025, Lisa Arundel is 56, working selectively while devoting herself to mentoring new performers. Her roughly $1 million net worth now comes largely from her workshops and teaching. Finally, Maurice G. Smith was born on July 22, 1970 in Philadelphia. At 35, he appeared in Meet the Browns, 2009, as Reggie Brooks, the soft-spoken, lovable boyfriend still living with his mother. While he brought humor to the role, his real life carried challenges that were anything but comedic. He married Elena Smith in 2005, only to face unexpected struggles soon after. A worsening knee injury eventually required surgery, forcing him into long-term recovery at home. Elena's dedication strengthened their relationship, but his physical limitations placed heavy stress on both their finances and emotions. Carrying most of the household responsibilities weighed heavily on Morris as guilt grew. Meanwhile, he struggled to pursue physically demanding auditions. With every year, his mobility declined, and so did his career progress. In an industry as competitive as Hollywood, regaining the spotlight became nearly impossible.
Though he delivered strong performances as Lance in The Best Man Holiday and appeared on The Walking Dead, the injury prevented him from taking action-heavy roles, causing casting agents to favor fully able actors. Over time, Morris shifted towards smaller parts and voice acting, allowing him to continue working while coping with chronic joint pain. As of now, Maurice G. Smith is 51 and still active but at a gentler pace that protects his health. His net worth, around $500,000, stems from recent supporting roles and modest production work. Logan Browning took on the role of Brianna Ortiz Brown at age 19, having been born on June 9, 1989 in Atlanta, Georgia. During her run on Meet the Browns, she became one of the show's emotional anchors. Off-screen, her personal life moved quietly into a difficult period. She married an actor in her mid-20s, but the marriage ended painfully in 2018. Afterward, Logan confronted questions about identity, confidence, and her place in an industry that praised her talent while critiquing her looks. Speaking openly about the colorism she faced, she battled waves of social anxiety that shaped her career choices. As she pushed ahead, advocacy became a stronger part of her work. Her performance as Samantha White in Dear White People 2017 to 2021 placed her firmly in the cultural spotlight and earned her a Teen Choice Award. By 2025, Logan Browning is 35, continuing to act while devoting more time to activism, writing, and mentoring emerging Black actresses. Her estimated $1 million net worth comes largely from Netflix projects and advocacy partnerships. Juanita Jennings, born on September 12, 1952 in Dallas, Texas, joined Meet the Browns at 57 as Edna Barnes, the spirited widow with a musical spark. Though her comedic delivery looked effortless, her personal history carried deep resilience. Her 1980 marriage to Ronald Borsey slowly deteriorated under emotional strain and allegations of infidelity, ending in a 1995 divorce that left her raising 2 children alone. Simultaneously, she battled the harsh realities of Hollywood's racial biases, often typecast into limited roles throughout the 1970s and 1980s. One major project's failure nearly ended her career altogether. After Meet the Browns, age discrimination brought new challenges, creating long stretches without work, despite her respected resume. Notable roles like Anne in American Gothic and Sheila in Why Did I Get Married, which earned her an NAACP Image Award, highlighted her gifts, but Hollywood still pushed her aside. Today, at 73, Juanita Jennings works occasionally through voiceovers and small guest appearances that suit her health. Her approximate $1 million net worth reflects decades of steady television work and commercial contracts.
Terry J. Vaughn, born October 16, 1969 in San Francisco, entered Meet the Browns at 40 as Renee, the loud and unpredictable nurse who quickly became a standout. Underneath the comedy, her real life carried much heavier challenges. Her marriage to Karan O'Reilly began joyfully in 1999, but was tested as they raised 3 children, including their eldest son, who was born deaf. Long filming days combined with speech therapy appointments drained her energy, creating tension between her and Karan over shared responsibilities. To remain present for her family, she turned down major opportunities, which slowed her career and expanded her financial stress. By 2012, she came close to bankruptcy, a moment she later described as her professional low point. That crisis pushed her into producing, opening new creative paths. Her growing advocacy within the deaf community deepened her purpose, but further slowed her acting workload. Even so, she refused to abandon either her mission or her career. In 2025, Terry J. Vaughn is 56 and rebuilding her professional life through directing, producing, and select acting roles that keep her close to home. Her public work supporting parents of deaf children transforms her hardships into meaningful impact. Her wealth, estimated at about $4 million, largely stems from her independent production projects. So after learning the truth behind the cast, which story caught you off guard the most? Share your thoughts below, then hit like, subscribe, and turn on notifications to catch every new episode of Hollywood's Hidden Truths.